Hello again, everyone. Todd at the Real Estate Resource. Hey, I've been getting some questions lately from clients about updating their workbook that we use to keep track of your activities from week to week. So I'm going to do just a quick video here to kind of give you an overview of some of the controls and using documents in Google Drive. So first thing I did, you see I have my email open, and I do have a lot of unread email I need to get to, but you can see this one. It says video copy 2018 coaching. Yours would say your name 2018 coaching, something like that. When you open the email, you can see that it just says that Todd Sankovich has shared a link to the following spreadsheet, and it's video copy 2018 coaching. So if I click open in Sheets, that will simply open up the document. And it takes it a moment to load because there's quite a bit of information here. So when it does come open, you can see at the bottom, there's different tabs. And this is how you can navigate to the different sheets within the workbook. And this looks pretty common to most of my workbooks. You've got the goal setting page where we've updated your goals and things like that. You've got the coaching client results from 2017, so you can know what to expect. And actually, this is a pretty good sheet to just talk about quickly. This has the results from my 2017 from all of my coaching clients. And you can see there's three categories that I watch very closely. Contacts to leads, that means the number of contacts it takes you to generate a lead. Leads to closings, number of leads to get a closing, and contacts to closings. You can see that in 2017, when I averaged everybody out, it took people 15 contacts, 15.42, to get one lead. Every 3.65 leads, we got a closing. And so if you multiply that out, every 56 contacts led to a closing. Now here's where it gets interesting, and part of the reason I like to track this, especially on a one-on-one basis. My 2017 coaching clients who averaged more than 2 transactions a month, basically 24 transactions a year, look at their averages. They averaged 5.6 contacts to generate a lead. They averaged 1.5 leads to a closing, and basically 8.2 contacts for every closing. So you can see there's quite a jump there for those people that are producing at a pretty significant level. And this is what we normally find. People get started in the industry, and it takes them a little bit of time to build their skills, build some consistency. But when they do, we start to see numbers in this realm. That's why we'll want to track your numbers. It'll help us identify when we need to work on certain skills, or if we just simply need to have you contact more people. So anyway, that's the client results. One of the things after you've been with me for a year, we actually customize those down to you so that we're following your numbers, not guessing. The other thing I do with this is I keep track of our meetings. So every week that we have a meeting, I'll put the date in here, and I'll give you a list of things to do and maybe some other meeting notes from things that we talked about. The cool thing about this is it's always here. So you can go back and look at what we talked about earlier in April and see what we need to do. It goes all the way back throughout the year. If you want, you can always add a comment. You know, you're seeing over this, it says to go buy a paper-based calendar. Not many people realize you can just update this yourself. You can click on that little anywhere on any one of the cells and type in what you want. Let's just say done. I went and bought my calendar, and that's in there. As soon as I do that, it saves it to the sheet. You don't have to do anything else. In fact, it even says right here, all changes saved in Drive. You can see that. Now, maybe you made a mistake and that wasn't what you wanted to do. Okay, come over here, delete it. And you can see it's saving, and now it's all changes saved. Maybe, I did want that. I wanted it to say done, and I hit enter. And there it is. Things are saved back in Drive again. Now, what happens? Some people say, well, what if I make a mistake and delete everything? Okay, let's just say we did. Maybe you highlighted all this and you deleted it. Oh no, now what? Not a big deal. Up here in the left-hand corner, there's 2 buttons, undo and redo. Undo will undo anything the previous action you've done. I click on that, my things reappear. And in fact, if you hit undo again, it'll undo the thing before that. I think it goes back 10 or 25 actions, something like that. So don't worry about it. Redo simply does the opposite. Redoes what you did. So you can go back and forth with those buttons. So that should make that a little bit easier for you. If you've been working with me, you know that I like to track everything that we do, right? Our calls, our notes, coffees, lunches, etc. And during our calls, we'll typically set goals, and I'll put in a goal. Maybe you can see this person, they're basically doing 10 calls a week. Maybe the week of May 6th, I'm going to get crazy and make them do 100 calls, right? So I just enter that. And just like you, I have the ability to go in and say, oh, no, not quite. I don't want to do 100. I really only meant to do 10. And I can save it that way. As far as you're concerned, when you're updating things, let's say the week of April 29th is here and I've got 10 calls to make. And today I went ahead and did 4 of them. So I enter my 4 in and I save it. Tomorrow I make 2 more calls. So now I'm up to 6. I come up here and I simply type in 6 and it saves it. No rocket science to it. If I make a mistake, I can always go back and undo it. Takes it back to 4. In this case, I want to leave it at 6, so I can redo that. And that updates those things. The other thing that's cool is maybe, I took a client to lunch this week. It wasn't a goal, but I did it anyway. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And it does save it. Okay, the cool thing is that it saves totals for us. And you can see it also saves year-end totals. So what this does is it pulls forward all of my activities from the year so I can get a quick glimpse at the things that have been going on. And as I start to have closings and such, you can see that my personal ratios will start to fill in. Let's just say that this agent had a closing this week. I put in a 1. That closing happens. Now I can go to my year-end totals, and you can see now I've got some ratios starting to happen in the document, which is important to us. The other thing is some definitions. I do get questions every now and then about the results column specifically. So if you look at this, I went ahead and made a definitions tab on this one, and I put some comments here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add these comments to everyone's sheets just so that you can see them. But so for any cell that has a little, arrow up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a comment. And you can say, in this case, when I mouse over it, I said that leads are anytime that you receive a name and contact information for someone looking to buy or sell real estate. That's a lead definition. Some people say, well, what is a listing definition? I come over here to listings, and that's our signed around listing agreement. Open transaction, that's anytime we have a mutually accepted purchase and sale agreement that's signed by both parties, but it's still not closed. And closings, that's our favorite, right? That's when we get a closed sale and you get paid. So those are the definitions that I use and we should use when we're tracking our information. I think that's everything from how to update your sheet. Again, you don't have to save anything. It saves automatically. You just update it where you open it. And let's say I'm done with that for now and I go ahead and close it. Now I can always go back to that email and reopen it. So don't throw the email away. The other thing, if you have a Gmail account and you've shared it with me, I'll make sure that I share this to your Gmail account. And what that does is it puts it in Drive for you. So when I go to Drive, I'm in Google Drive now. You can see that I've got all these different choices. I can go to My Drive where it's got all my documents. I can also go to the Shared With Me comment or column. And you can see that these are documents that have been shared with me. And maybe I can't find it exactly what I'm looking for. So I can come up here once I'm in the Shared With Me and I can say, let's see, video coaching. There it was. Video copy 2018 coaching. And it comes up in the drop-down menu. And then I can simply click on it and open it. It takes me right back to where I am. But again, if you don't have a Gmail account, no big deal. You don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is go back to the email where I sent you that sharing link, and you can always open it this way. And one of the things that I do is every week we have a call. I make sure to resave that for you or resend it to you so that you've always got it. So that's it. That's updating your information on your weekly workbook. I hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.